Pitch coming here.
What a gutsy at-bat.
The 3-2. This one swung on a line drive, left field, and down for a base hit. Joshua Scott scores. Started rounds first. That's all we'll get, and it's an RBI single, and the Eagles lead it 1-0.
Just shoots that ball through the 6-hole.
Takes a peek at second base. The 3-2. Swung on, and this one's lined into right center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third is Akira Warren, and he's going to be in there standing. It's an RBI single for Joshua Scott, and the Eagles lead it 2-0.
Scott doing what he's done all year, which is come through in clutch situations, and he gains his 23rd RBI on the year.
2 out, 2 on for Husson with a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the 5th. Puel, the pitch. Swung on, and Young has to pick this one up, throw down to first, and he is safe as Cagnina couldn't quite get there. Curtis scores on the play, and another blunder there for this Terrier squad, and the Husson leads it 3-0. Back here from the Alphon Diamond on the campus of Husson University. Eagles with a 1-0 lead as the Terriers get ready to bat in the top of the 5th inning. Alongside Cam Place, I'm Ethan Snow. Thank you for listening on WHSN and watching on the Husson Eagles Sports Network on this Thursday afternoon. And stepping in to lead things off for the Terriers, DJ Cagnina. Ground out to shortstop, his only other time up today, back in the 2nd inning. As Graham on the mound sets, here's the offering. That one misses low and away. Ball 2. The first offering was low and away as well. So 2-0 count for Cagnina. Terriers in need of a run. Here's the 2-0. Right down the pipe for strike number 1.
It's good to see Cam Graham going deep into this game. There is light action in the Husson bullpen as well as actually the Thomas bullpen. So
2-1 from Graham. Swung on a chopper left side. Fielded by Rogerson. Throw on to first. Well in time. And Cagnina is retired. And that's 1 away in this top of the 5th inning. Tell it right now, Cam. Kobe Rogerson's been seeing a lot of action over there at the shortstop position today.
Yes, he has, and he's been doing very well with what's been hit at him. He's a great shortstop, Gold Glove potential in the knack. Obviously, we've been seeing it for 4 years. Great game plan if you're Cam Graham to keep feeding Kobe ground balls.
I have 6 putouts made by Kobe Rogerson in this first game as Jake LaCroix comes to the plate as he swings and fouls off the first offering out of play. Second offering from Graham is inside, and the count is even. A ball and a strike for Jake LaCroix. He struck out looking back in the 3rd inning. Here's the third offering, swung on and fouled back to the screen, and LaCroix's down the count, a ball, 2 strikes.
Cam Graham is a guy that traditionally is a strikeout guy. He's got high strikeout numbers. He likes to get deep in counts and finish with the strikeout, but today he's been trusting his defense, and it's been paying off for him.
Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball just misses low, and the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That is a very good 2-strike pitch from Cam Graham there.
So Cora back in. Graham has his sign, sets. The 2-2. Swing, and this was going to be fouled down the right field line. LaCroix just got his bat on that ball, as it looks more like the check swing from Jake LaCroix, but he stays alive regardless. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on for the Terriers with 1 out. Eagles with a 1-0 lead.
Cam looked like he caught the hitter a little bit out in front there as you saw him leaning even before the pitch was in the zone, really.
Graham sets the 2-2. Breaking ball in there. Strike number 3 on the outside half. And that's 2 away in this top half of the 5th inning. The 4th strikeout of the day for Cam Graham looking. That's 2 away. That'll bring up Bradley Smith. Grounded out to second base, his only other time up today, back in the 3rd inning. Smith, the Terriers shortstop, first offering misses high, ball 1.
Going back to that last at-bat real quick, Cam missed that outside spot with a slider a few pitches before he comes right back to it and says thank you for strike number 3.
1-0, misses outside, and it's a 2-0 count for Smith. Lucas Harmon would be on deck and would come to the plate if the inning were to continue. Here's the 2-0. Swung on, and this one's lifted out to right center field. Having a range over for this one's Ethan Stoddard. Snow calls him off. He makes the grab in right center, and that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down for the Terriers. Again, we head to the bottom half of the 5th. Eagles up by 1. You're watching Husson Eagles baseball on the Husson Eagles Sports Network and listening on WHSN. Here from the Alphon Diamond on the campus of Husson University. Top half of the 2nd inning. Game 2 of this Thursday afternoon North Atlantic Conference baseball doubleheader. Eagles and the Terriers. On this Thursday alongside Cam Place, I'm Ethan Snow. The Terriers plated 1 in the top half of the 1st. The Eagles came right back and plated 2. As stepping in for the first time this afternoon, DJ Cagnina playing first base today for the Terriers. Harrison Lundrum on the mound for the Eagles. First offering is swung on and fouled out of play left side for strike 1.
Kind of the opposite thing we saw in Game 1 with runs right away.
Cagnina in Game 1, 0 for 3, 2 groundouts to short and a strikeout looking. As this one is swung on and sent down the left field line. Fair ball down the left field line. Cagnina takes the turnaround second, and he is going to trot into second base with a leadoff stand-up double for G.J. Cagnina, and he has his first hit of the afternoon.
Cagnina does a good job there letting the ball travel and get deep and shooting it the other way. That just squeaks fair by Tanner Evans at third base.
So that'll bring up Brad Smith for the first time in Game 2. Smith, 0 of 2. A ground out to second and a fly out to left in the first game earlier on this afternoon. Now the Terriers right back to threat. Here's the first offering from Lundrum. Swung on a line drive, right center field, and that one's down for a base hit. Cagnina is going to be sent on home, and he is going to score on the play. And just like that, the Terriers tie the game again on the RBI single from Brad Smith.
If you're a Thomas fan, you have to like that. No waiting around, driving in the run as soon as they possibly can.
Wasting no time there are the Terriers, and just like that, we're tied up. 2 runs apiece in this game number 2. Going the full distance tonight, 9 innings. As Jared Willett comes to the plate for the first time this afternoon. Saw him on the mound in game number 1 briefly as he takes strike 1 from Lundrum. Willett this season at the plate. 13 of 40, 2 doubles, 10 RBI, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts for a .325 average. So not bad for the catcher today as he swings in a soft ground ball right in front of the plate. Warren comes out, picks it up, throw it down to first, and it can't be picked by Jackson Curtis. And just like that, the Terriers have 2 on with nobody out. As that'll most likely go down as an E3 against Curtis, who could not pick the throw from Warren.
Good job getting out and getting to the ball quickly from Warren. Just rushed the throw a little bit, and Curtis couldn't come up with a pick. Tough break.
So, just like that. And they're going to rule it an E2, a throwing error against Warren. So, just like that, 2 on, nobody out. The Terriers already scored once this inning, as that brings up Lucas Harmon for the first time in Game 2. Playing second base as he did in Game 1. Lundrum pitching from the stretch. Here's the first offering. Harmon trying to get a bunt down. He offered but could not get there. That'll be a strike number 1.
Thomas has already executed some small ball earlier in this game perfectly, so it wouldn't be a bad time to try a bunt here with no outs in the inning.
Harmon went 1 for 1 with a walk in Game 1. A walk in the 3rd and a base hit in the 5th. He's got an 0-1 count here. Nobody out. 2 on for the Terriers. Top of the 2nd. Here's the first. Another offering from Lundrum. This is low and away to even the count of ball to strike is. Harmon briefly showed bunt, but did not offer.
If you're Lundrum, you have to keep attacking the zone here and making the hitter, if he's going to bunt, make him execute it.
So Lundrum looks in for a sign from Akira Warren. He's got it. Comes to a set. The 1-1. Harmon shows bunt again and pulls back, but that's strike 2 called. And Harmon is down in the count. He'll have to be up there swinging now. Ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out, 2 on for the Terriers. After an RBI single from Brad Smith and Willett reaching on the E2. DJ Cagnina led off the inning with a double and scored on that single from Smith. Here's the 1-2 from Lundrum. And a check swing, and he offered. And that's strike number 3, and that retires Harmon. And that is one away in this top of the second.
Great pitch there, keeping him off balance from Lundrum. Excellent work with 2 strikes.
So I'll bring it back to the top of the order. Kyle Gleason comes to the plate for the second time today. He was hit by a pitch to lead off the game and eventually scored. And he comes up with 1 gone and 2 on base. Lundrum to the set. First offering. Gets the outside half, strike 1. Kyle Gleason, a left-handed batter, taking on the right-handed Harrison Lundrum. Austin Stebbins on deck if the inning were to continue. 2-2 ball game, top of the second, 1 gone, 2 on for the Terriers. The pitch. Misses low and away, and the count is even, a ball and a strike.
Gleason in a good hitter's position here, needing some RBI chances.
So Gleason will step back in. Lundrum looking in for a sign. He comes to a set. Takes a peek at second. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and lifted pretty well out to right field. Having to go back for that one is Swift, but it is going to land foul at the fence. And you want to talk about a loud foul ball right there, Cam. That would have been an easy double off the fence if it had stayed fair.
Yeah, when he first hit that, I thought that had a very good chance of getting him right on out of here, which is something we talked about. Not many home runs going to be hit today, but that's some real showcase of power right there from Gleason.
And again, you bring up the wind. That one certainly looked like it was headed for fair territory, but landing about 10 feet right of the foul line, and it definitely looked like the wind took that one. So it'll be a 1-2 count for Gleason after the loud strike 2. Lundrum to the set, the 1-2. Swung on, and this one's lined right back up the middle for a base hit. Rounding third is Jared Willett. He is going to score. Brad Smith. He is going to score, and the Terriers have the lead 3-2 on an RBI single from Kyle Gleason.
After a slow start in Game 1, the bats are hot for these Terriers in Game 2. Everyone's getting a piece and piecing the ball up well.
Smith scores all the way from second base. Moving up to second is Willett on the play, who just got back in there safely after the Eagles went there. So the Terriers lead it again, 3-2. They've played a 2 this inning as Austin Stebbins comes to the plate for the second time today. Singled and was stranded on second last inning. Here's the first offer from Lundrum. Stebbins shows bunt. He pulls back, but it's strike 1 called.
The Eagles still have a prime opportunity to roll a ground ball here and get out of this inning with limited damage.
So Lundrum back to the set. 1 gone for the Terriers, who have played a 2 this inning. The 0-1 count for Stebbins. The pitch. Misses outside. The count is even, a ball and a strike. Back and forth we go here in the early stages of Game 2 this afternoon. So far we've had 2 lead changes today. We are still very early on in the contest. Lundrum to the set. Takes a peek at second base. The 1-1. That one misses low. Ball 2. Tony Meza on deck for the Terriers, looking for more. With a 3-2 lead, they've played a 2 this inning. They played a 1 in the first. Lundrum in, has his sign, comes to a set. Takes a long look at second. Here's the 2-1. That one just misses outside, and it's a hitter's count for Austin Stebbins.
Stebbins is looking for a fastball in this situation, something that he can drive to the gaps.
So Stebbins back in. Ball 4 loads the bases. Lundrum trying to prevent any more of a mess than he's already got. He comes to a set, takes a peek at second. Here's the 3-1. Gets the outside corner to load the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Austin Stebbins.
That's a great spot for that pitch from Harrison Lundrum.
Lundrum trying to get out of the inning without any more damage. Terrier still threatening. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the second. Lundrum to the set. Takes a peek at second base. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and missed for strike number 3, and a big strikeout for Harrison Lundrum. and that's 2 retired in this top half of the second inning.
That is the ideal thing you wanted out of that at-bat. If you're Harrison Lundrum, the big strikeout, now you can get your 2-out focus and try to get the Eagles into the dugout for the next half inning.
That's strikeout number 3 for Lundrum this afternoon as Tony Meza steps in. Grounded out right back to Lundrum his last time up in the first. Here's the first offering. That one gets the low outside half, strike 1.
Meza is a guy with a lot of power and home run potential, so a dangerous hitter at the plate for the Terriers with 2 outs.
Meza back in. Lundrum to the set. Long look back at second base, and a timeout called at the plate by Tony Meza. Everybody will get a chance to reset.
Lundrum taking his time, working methodically today.
3-2 lead for the Terriers, who have plated 2 this inning. Threatening for more. Here's the first 0-1. Misses low, and the count is even. Ball and a strike to Meza.
Harrison tried to keep Meza off balance there with a slider. Just a little out in front of that release, and it ended up in the dirt. Good block by Akira, though.
So back in is Meza. 1-1 count, 2 out, 2 on for the Terriers. Top of the second, leading 3-2. Here's the pitch. That one misses low, and Meza's ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Meza staying patient at the plate. Back in, Lundrum has his sign. Sets. Takes a peek at second base. The 2-1. Misses outside, and the hitters count to Meza.
Harrison developing a pattern early in this game of falling behind the Terrier hitters, and that's something that you don't want to do moving forward.
Lundrum did come back in the last hitter he saw to strike him out. Here's the 3-1. That one misses outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with 2 out for the Thomas College Terriers. As Meza draws the walk, moving up to second is Gleason. Jared Willett moves up to third base on the walk. And just like that, the Terriers threatening big time.
Another dangerous hitter coming to the plate here in Aaron Young.
Aaron Young, an RBI ground out to the shortstop his last time up, scored Kyle Gleason in the first inning. The 8th batter of the inning for the Terriers. Here's the first offering. Inside half, strike 1 to Aaron Young, the left-handed batter, facing the right-handed Harrison Lundrum. Bases loaded with Terriers, 2 out, top of the second. Terriers looking to try to blow this one open early. The pitch. Swung on and a soft grounder right back to Lundrum. He'll throw it over to first in time, and the side is retired. Lundrum gets out of the jam, but 2 runs come home for the Terriers. Thomas has the lead, 3-2. We head to the bottom half of the second. You are watching Husson Eagles baseball on the Husson Eagles Sports Network and listening on WHSN.